Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. General energies coming in for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Rising. You know, I look for a positive reading all the time, but you know, sometimes we get those, cards that aren't so pleasant, but we will work through it. Remember, Tarot is here to help, not to hinder. If you don't like the path you're on, take a detour. If you like the path you're on, embrace it. See what the incoming energies are. I get this uploaded as soon as I can. Someone may be getting a little defensive or feeling like people around them are getting defensive with them. This is a Seven of Wands in reverse. This is about, when you're trying to get on top of things and they don't go right, and maybe, you may pop off a little, or someone around you may. Incoming energy. Past energy, I wonder if you can see this. This is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can be an air sign. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or someone with a really abrupt speech, or someone whose business communications are off. They're trying to be a little bit too pushy. But, like I said, it's usually, like I said, someone with communication issues sometimes, the way they come across. Obstacle is the Prince of Wands. That could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For some reason they're an obstacle, and I will clarify these, so stick with me because the story changes up and I'm able to get more information with clarifying cards. Current environment, you do not want to be in hermit mode. Someone wants to come out of hermit mode. They're tired of thinking, overthinking things, constantly having things on their mind. And usually when the hermit mode is in reverse, is someone coming out of it, or maybe even more stuck. That's what the clarifying cards will do. Tell us which way you're going. What's coming towards you, the outside environment, is success. That is the Six of Pentacles, and I would love to clarify that. It's a great card. The outcome, ooh, someone's going to offer you maybe a new stable offer, one that lasts a long time. This is also one of my favorite cards because it usually lasts, It's a great card. So we're going to clarify these and find out what's going on. Maybe you are coming out of hermit mode. Some of you, this is for Taurus individuals that were kind of keeping to themselves before. Because the hermit, for it to be, you had to have been the hermit or the card wouldn't be there at all. But it looks like you're coming out of hermit mode. But in the past, you were dealing with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse, why are you there? In the past for Taurus. Remember I said this could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or someone taking on an energy. Yeah, you're not wanting to argue or fight with someone that has the Knight of Swords energy with the Five of Swords in reverse. You want to put the swords down with them. You don't want to argue with them anymore. Or maybe, they don't want to argue with you, but they are in reverse. So I'm thinking an argument happened, but it was in the past, and now it's like, the after effects, the aftershocks, Can I get another card for the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords, both in reverse in the past for Taurus? Yeah, coming out of feeling abandonment and worry. So yeah, it's coming out of it from maybe harsh words. I'm thinking it's mostly about harsh words and things that were said, and someone felt a little bit, put out about it. And remember, we had that Seven of Wands coming in as the beginning energy, as someone getting defensive, Now, the obstacle is the Prince of Wands. That could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone with a lot of passion. Maybe you're wanting passion. You're having trouble finding passion. Or maybe you did before. Or maybe you're actually having dealings with a type of fire sign. So, Prince of Wands in the upright as the obstacle. Why are you there for Taurus? Three of Swords. Maybe you're indecisive about between two people, more than, two people with a passionate beginning. Maybe you're just indecisive, and maybe an argument arose over it. It could be like I said, maybe you have a choice between two people, and maybe one is not really happy about it, or the other, you're just, like I said, indecisive about a passionate new beginning with somebody. there is a Three of Swords energy. And with the Three of Swords energy, it's kind of like heartbreak. So maybe some of you are heartbroken over a fire sign. That's a lot here. I'm not going to put all these out, the ones I see. Knight of Swords again. I'm thinking you're dealing with two people. Then you're not happy either. Communications are off because of sneaky possible behavior with the Seven of Swords. Or someone tried to get by with something. It also could be that someone was trying to have a decision with you and another person. It doesn't necessarily have to be you making these decisions. It could be the people you're dealing with too. And it could be the fire sign. Now, with the current environment, you are so tired of sticking to yourself and thinking about the things that you're not allowed to talk about. So you're going to start talking about them and expressing yourself more and not putting your thoughts just to yourself as much. You're going to come out of this hermit mode. So the hermit in reverse, while you're there, for Taurus. Coming out of cruelty, coming out of anxiety with the Nine of Swords in reverse with a lover. That's good. I like this reading so far. It starts off a little rough, but it gets better. Now, what's coming towards you, and you're seeing me shuffle, okay? You're seeing me shuffle these cards, and all of them are in here. Now, I never leave any out. Sometimes I've heard, readers leaving some out because they don't want to upset people. But you got to tell people the truth, But you got the Six of Pentacles in the upright coming towards you or the outside environment, which is success. It's a job well done, good things coming to you, just accomplishment. So Six of Pentacles as the outside environment or what's coming towards Taurus. Why are you there? Oh, there's a Tower moment. It's going to be surprising something's going to surprise you about it, though. Tower. Didn't you have that before? So the Tower there is something is going to come towards you as I wish I could talk. Success. But it involves a Tower moment. So it could be that someone else's Tower situation is successful for you. Or it's going to be a complete surprise. And it's going to leave your life changed. So, Six of Pentacles in the upright. The Tower in the upright. Why are you there? Something's going to surprise you. And it has to do with the Prince of Cups. You got a lot of people here. Prince of Cups can be a water sign. It could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. They are in the upright, but it also could be somebody who's offering you something that you love. The Knight hands you something, a cup. He hands you, or she hands you, their cup of something that's really pleasant that you will like. Prince of Cups, another one of my favorite cards, because there's always something pleasant with it. But there's a Tower attached to that. If you know what it is and I have my comments open, please leave it in there. Because this is always interesting stuff to me. So, in the end, you got the Ace of Discs in the upright. Beautiful card. Ace of Discs, why are you there? In the upright. For Taurus. Something's offering you something. Prince of Wands. We had another fire energy. This one's in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But something's being offered to you, and it involves the Princess of Wands, who's usually not committal, but whatever they're offering you is solid. But it's like maybe you don't trust them. Maybe because you had past dealings with them before and you're like, I don't trust it. But it is a solid deal, whatever they're offering you or whoever's offering. You got a lot of different energies here. So some of you will be dealing with the fire, some dealing with the water. Some of you could be dealing with the earth because I'm seeing a lot of pentacles, or air. Be dealing with a lot of different people. But it depends on the Taurus, who you're involved with. So Ace of Pentacles, Princess of Wands, why are you there as the final outcome for Taurus? Yeah, I don't think you trust whatever is being offered by this person, maybe because something didn't work out, or maybe you don't want to collaborate on a situation, but you're getting an offer that is solid. So I'm just letting you know, even though you got this Princess of Wands and and this collaboration you're not 100% trusting, look into it a little bit further before you turn it down, because you do have a solid offer coming your way. I don't think you're going to trust it, maybe because of the Tower card. Can I get one more card, and then we're going to call this Ace of Pentacles, great card. But what's clarifying is the Princess of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Something's being offered to you by this person that maybe you don't trust, or maybe they weren't there before. Can I get another card, please? Yeah, because I think they may be offering you because they're carrying a heavy burden themselves. Someone may need your help. Something may have happened. Like I said, there's that Tower that brings success and an offer to you, as crazy as this sounds, but this is the way it is. I gotta move these up. Gotta get this straight. But I'm seeing that you had some past issues and involved more than just a couple of people. And you're gonna be dealing with where you had to make a head and heart decision because of situations that were kind of sneaky in a way, because Seven of Swords is about someone, you know, doing something under the radar or sneaky, but it caused some little bit of heartbreak. It had to do with more than just two people in your life. And you know, I don't know if this person, you know, did this to you and you're the actual person thinking about it, but you said this is what you're going to say. I'm coming out of hermit mode. I'm not going to stress myself out anymore with the Nine of Swords in reverse over a lover situation. You got success coming your way over a Tower situation. Someone offers you something because of it. And you get a stable new offer because I think someone else has an upset and they have a burden and they say, I got to ask you this because I'm carrying a burden. Can you help me? And it's up to you, Taurus, whether you accept this path. You can sit there and turn all this away and say, I don't want nothing to do with it, and lock your door and turn that hermit back around and keep to yourself. Or you can embrace the situation. It's up to you. The final energy, you got the Queen of Wands in the upright. Queen of Wands can be a fire sign, like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone taking on a crown, you know, someone taking on their power, someone with great energy, someone who's attractive, and you yourself can take on this energy. It doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to have an earth sign card for you to be taking on this energy. This energy is about passion and power. And I like the Queen of Wands in the upright because she's very helpful to people. And she shines like the sun, or he shines like the sun. So you may be having this fire sign, or someone with it in their chart, or someone with a lot of passion, or you taking on this power. But success is coming your way. What are you going to do with it? You're going to become, you know, turn that hermit back around and become the hermit again, or you're going to come out and embrace it. It's up to you. This energy is there. It's up to you how you accept it, okay? And the notification bell, and I will talk to you later. I'll upload this as soon as I can, okay? Bye.